Hey YouTube, this is going to be a video about some random things, and if you have a keen eye and you noticed I'm wearing the same outfit as in my last video, congratulations, you're really paying close attention. The thing is, I have a lot to say, and I didn't want to jumble the videos between the last one and this one, and I don't think I want to jumble the videos on my next topic either, so I might just make 3 videos today and release them slowly. There is a feature on YouTube Studios that allows you to time a video release, so I think that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll give that a try. The issue here with this video that I want to talk about is the audit completion for Cronaswap. Now, I don't think I'm going to dissect it too much, just point out what my thoughts are on it. And again, as I say in every video, I'm an idiot, so take that for what it's worth. But you can see the audit was finished by Certec, and they found 1 critical issue, 1 major issue, and a handful of these other minor and informationals. And I was a little confused at one point, and I'll pull that up in a little bit here. But on this infographic, you can see that the critical issue looks to have been resolved, and the major issue does not look like it's been resolved. So when I look at the PDF and I scroll down a bit, it gives you the same findings. It says you'll find the major issue says pending for status. And then when I scroll down a little bit to find the major issue pending, so it'll give a description of the issue, but then it does say alleviation. The issue was solved on blah. So I don't know if it was actually addressed and solved or not, because it says it was pending. Maybe they just didn't update the status of the issue. So that is the biggest thing that I was confused about. Obviously, the critical issue here does say resolved, and it says it was solved on commit whatever. So that's the important part. And so my initial thoughts on, well, you know, I don't want to breeze past a major issue, but assuming maybe it has actually been solved or will be solved very soon, it looks like a pretty decent audit to me. Again, I haven't really nitpicked through too many audit results, but to have, you know, 1 or 2 issues that have been fixed and then just minor or informational issues, yeah, I mean, that's I think I'll take that. Hopefully that major issue has been resolved, because you know, one of the things is it does say it's kind of like, looks like it may be a little bit at risk for hacks. So with that being said, Cronaswap, I talk about a lot with VVS. I have allocations in both. Initially, I was very heavy on Cronaswap and only minimally exposed on VVS. And I took this stance initially. I believe mainly just because of the tokenomics. I didn't like how crazy inflationary VVS was. And Cronaswap had a pretty clear burn mechanism in place, which seemed like at least a decent pumponomics kind of thing. And Cronaswap initially bled very hard, very fast, while VVS was doing pretty well. And I got a little bit frustrated by this. Realized it was because VVS at some point had the backing of Crypto.com. And I decided, since Crypto.com had backed them officially, unofficially, maybe part of the development team, who knows, that's still kind of unclear. I decided that that was probably the deciding factor for me to be way more secure with investing in VVS, even though maybe their tokenomics weren't what I wanted out of a project. So I went a lot heavier into VVS. And now VVS is bleeding just incredibly. And Cronaswap seems to be very resilient. In fact, Cronaswap has done pretty well, especially considering the Bitcoin bleed lately. I think part of that has to do with the burn that Cronaswap just did, and maybe the completion of the audit. And I think also, having bled so fast and furious in the beginning, there was kind of a little left to bleed when it came around to the Bitcoin pain continuing. So with that being said, I still don't think I'm going any heavier into Cronaswap. I'm letting what I have lie to accumulate the interest that I can. VVS has been also making headlines for having been shadow banned or something on Twitter as a suspicious, possibly fraudulent account, which seems concerning. But then again, it's Twitter, so who knows what they ban, why, where, and how. And I still am not concerned about VVS being a rug pull scheme or anything like that if they are affiliated with Crypto.com the way I suspect they are. But people have been losing a little bit of faith in the VVS project. There have been some decisions made and some decisions that have not been made by VVS that I think people are losing patience, but that's to be expected because people are inherently impatient. Initially, I thought maybe these projects would see the same kind of development as some other projects where they saw the bleed and recovery fairly quickly within 3 to 6 months. And now I'm thinking these projects might take a little longer. I'm still not concerned about the depreciation of the value. I think it will see an appreciation at some point. I think it will just take a little bit longer, especially with the backdrop of Bitcoin and the markets the way they are. Decentralized finance is going to be a big target going forward for some regulations. So this is looking like another long hold project that I still believe will give incredible returns. But yeah, I mean, just the highlights of what's been happening. Again, my next video, I want to touch on the loaded lions. But I'm going to have to format that, I guess, in a different way going forward, and I'll do the details in that video. But stay tuned, like and subscribe to the channel. Give me feedback, interaction, whatever you want to see or don't see. Yeah. Toodles.